I've had Skyrim on the Switch for about less than a week, and it's changed my life in more ways than I'd like to admit. Though it clearly differs from its remasters that came out on the PS4 and Xbox One and PC, its portability is messing with me. Very rarely does my Switch actually leave my apartment. Sometimes I'll take it to work maybe once a week, but since I've gotten Skyrim, it has come with me every single day to work, and it hasn't become a problem yet. At least at work it hasn't. You know, it's different when you're playing on a console because you have to leave it. You're designated to have to experience the game at that place and time. But now, it's not like that. When I would usually go to bed at 9 o'clock, I know I'm an old man. I have been going to bed, believe it or not, at 9:30, sometimes even 10, because now I can play it in bed. Frankly, it's dangerous. However, I don't care. So it goes without saying that there are some differences between its remaster release and this release, but for the most part, it's still superior to its PS3 release, which is the one and only one that I've had. Also, thankfully, that's the one and only time I've bought it. And I also haven't experienced the DLC, so this is the perfect time for me to be able to do that. Those who think the $60 price tag is steep, I am right there with you, but given its DLC and the fact that it's portable, first and foremost that it's portable, and also that it's sort of an in-between of its original 2011 release and the remaster that came out a little bit ago, I can't help but say it is holy hot damn worth it, especially if you want to fuck up your life. So when I played it back at the GameStop Expo all that time ago, I said it plays very smooth. You can definitely tell it's not the HD remaster version. Some of the graphics were definitely a little bit dumbed down more on end when it was first released all those years ago. But now that I've actually had a week with it and actually been looking at it, it's definitely a whole lot better looking than its PS3 one. And I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Switch release has most of the assets of the remaster, but it's just been downgraded in other places and ways, such as certain other effects. Most specifically, or where I think it's most obvious, is the foliage? Grass. I'm gonna call it grass. Like the whole time I was playing it, I was like, holy fuck, this looks amazing, but it wasn't until I got up to this tower outside of Whiterun that you could really see where the texture maps start to repeat themselves, and it just kind of looks a little bare, and as you turn, grass will begin to appear and pop up. Which brings me to my next thing. I found myself preferring to play it portable, and I think it's just because I can. And with that said, most of those things, most of its flaws, especially when it comes to the texture mapping and distance and all that jibber jabber, is barely even noticeable in handheld. In fact, it just kind of becomes a blur. So it's definitely most noticeable when you're out in the open world. However, depending on how you get value from games, I don't give a shit. It's not enough to take me out of the experience completely. I will say it is the most indistinguishable from its other versions when you're actually in a dungeon, when you're actually crawling through the dungeon and everything's kind of in a close place. It looks amazing. It's good. It's like a horrible drug. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm done talking about it.